So ladies, you want to be with a very successful man because it comes with obvious extrinsic benefits, but also because being around such a high-performing individual will push you and motivate you to do better in your life. So naturally, you should want to be with a successful man. Correct? You see, the thing is that you really don't, right? You might think you do, but I promise you, you don't. I promise you don't. My name is Bruno. This is Benny Business. Relationship life and some corporate confession, so please grab a seat. Benny Business in session. I need to make two assumptions, all right? So number one, he's a relatively young guy, maybe in his 30s, and he's already acquired quite a bit of wealth, but he's nowhere near the finish line. He needs to keep on pushing. And number two, none of his wealth came from mommy and daddy. He's purely a self-made man. Now let me tell you why you absolutely do not want to be with a very successful man. Firstly, he's not going to have much time for you. A successful man is a busy man. He's not going to have a lot of time. And then secondly, a lot of the relationship issues that you bring forward might come across as petty and he might not take them too seriously. The Benny Business bottom line is when you argue with a successful man, you are arguing with yourself. Okay, you are speaking to yourself. The reason he's that successful is because he solves complex problems on a daily basis, right? Day after day, he solves complex problems. So whatever relationship issue you may bring forward, that will usually pale in comparison to the conundrums he's trying to resolve on a daily basis. Okay, now let me give you an example, just a random example, right? I am a businessman, right? And I import nappies. That's my hustle, right? Now there's been an import tariff on these nappies, so it's costing me more money to bring them in. But I promised my client that I would not raise the price of my product for the first 2 years. That was the condition of the contract. So now I'm sitting back and I'm thinking, damn it, man, how can I absorb the cost without losing any money, but also without breaching my contract? And then I remember, yes, I've got a friend in Parliament. I can have a chat to this friend and we can lobby to get a bill passed that if the nappy is a certain kind of material, you see, he's thinking about these things on a daily basis. And in the midst of all of this, he gets a text saying, babe, why didn't you call me yesterday? He's not even going to dignify that with an answer. At that moment, he doesn't have the time and he probably doesn't even care. And that's the thing. A successful man doesn't have time. You know what? When I was watching 50 Shades of Grey, right? Like that movie really got me, man. And yeah, he was whipping the crap out of people and that's fine. But what really got me about the movie, right, was how this guy was that successful, that young, and he had that much free time. I mean, they were going to coffees, they were going to dinner, they went house shopping, they went on holiday. That is what makes 50 Shades of Grey so fake. It is a true work of fiction, right? 50 Shades of Grey is more fictitious than Star Wars. I believe in Father Christmas and the power of the Jedi more than I believe that someone that successful had that much free time. You know what they say? They say that when a man truly loves you, he will make time for you. Like, you know what? He will make time for you provided it does not clash with his hustle. He's not going to turn down a 100,000 deal just to make it to your birthday party, right? 100,000. It's like those American rappers say, 100 G's, 100, right? He's not going to turn down 100 G's to make it to your birthday party. He wants to get 100 on his neck and 20 on his wrist. He should be investing it, but be that as it may, he cannot make it to your birthday party because he wants 100 on his neck and then he wants 20 on his wrist. And the thing is, even when he does have a bit of free time, do you know what a successful man loves to do in his free time? Like what he loves to do? Sleep. Right? He loves to sleep, man. I mean, if it's the first weekend he gets to himself in 6 months, he doesn't really want to go hiking and meet your family. He wants to sleep. So even though he's got 2 or 3 days off, it doesn't necessarily mean that those 2 or 3 days are going to be for you. Look, this is Benny Business, right? We try to keep it as honest as possible because at the end of the day, it is what it is. What you really want is a normal guy, someone who's just getting by, right? You want a normal guy. Why? Because normal people don't really have a lot going on. They're not really doing anything. So when you become the girlfriend, you automatically become one of the bigger part of their lives. Everything you say and do will be taken into consideration. But when you date a very successful man, you do not really become a part of his life. You know, even though he likes you, all you'll become is just another item on his non-exhaustive list of things to do. I mean, it's that simple. That's the video. My name is Bruno. This has been Benny Business, and we're just having fun. So I need to remind, like and subscribe if you feel so inclined. Bye.
I'm like Jesse James on steroids. My aim is always true. I got the mayor on my payroll, allowing all taboos. Stop these educated guesses and stick to